Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. I'm sure you're all from different parts of the world here. And it's an honor to have all of you, and thank you for taking the time to be here today to listen about what the course is all about. Ilya has already done most of the work for me in terms of laying the foundation of why bioinformatics and data science is extremely important today. It almost seems like you wake up, and I'm sure all of you sleep with your phones, wake up with your phones, look up things online. So look up things on your phone and everything else, right? So technology has moved pretty fast in the last 10 years or so. I got into bioinformatics about 15 years ago, or even more, a little more than that. And I have actually witnessed every day how things have changed and where we are today. And it seems like in the last 15 years, we have huge amount of data that is accumulated. We have patient data, we have sequencing data from animals, we have so much of data. So one thing I'm sure all of you will agree with me today is that we are drowning in data from all different walks of life, right? So bioinformatics is about trying to figure out how to use this data meaningfully. And right now, it's, as Ilya also explained very clearly, that the field of medicine and looking at diseases has completely changed. So we all need data science to be able to understand diseases from sequences. And so that's what I'm doing for a living. I am a professor at Georgetown University in the Department of Biochemistry, as Sonalika introduced me earlier. I also direct a master's program in the field called systems medicine. I'm not sure how many of you have actually heard about that. It's a very new field, and I call this a new language. And I feel that this language encompasses bioinformatics. And this is a language that all of us need to learn sooner or later to be able to converse and understand diseases better. So the summary of that program, or what systems medicine means, is one size doesn't fit all. So two people, you and me, may have the same cold and cough and everything, but the same medication may not work in you as well as it works in me. And we are still living in the pandemic. Hopefully we'll get out of this soon. But we all have learned one thing, that each person is different. Each person reacts to this virus differently, because we're all underlying makeup of our genome is very, very different. So how does that relate to the course, Genomics in Virtual Lab? So as Ilya said, right, there are mutations and there are variations in your genome. So the way I look at things is, if there is a mutation in your gene, it gets personal. So any change in your gene is going to affect the genome in some way, and it manifests itself in diseases. I'm sure you all know that majority of the diseases are monogenic diseases, where a single mutation affects a particular gene in the human genome that leads to diseases. There is only one mutation. So you may ask, a genome is like 6 feet. We have billions of base pairs, and how one single mutation is affecting the gene, and we end up getting diseases, right? So that is what this course is all about, how important genes are to the functioning of the body, and how single mutations in a gene, like sickle cell anemia or Huntington's disease or any of those diseases, how that one single mutation is altering the gene and manifests itself in diseases. So the Genomics in Virtual Lab, you all probably will see the syllabus at some point in time, or if you have not already seen that. It is 2 weeks course, and it starts with introduction to what bioinformatics is and what big data is. And then you will learn a lot of different resources that actually are reliable resources that gives you all the information that you need to go and understand a protein sequence. Which chromosome does this protein belong to, or gene belongs to? Does it have a 3-dimensional structure? And how do you relate sequence to functions, which becomes very, very important. How are drugs designed? How do we get drugs? And I'm sure in this COVID time, you all know remdesivir came about very quickly and made it to the clinic. So how did that happen? So all of those things will be covered. So we have both lecture-based and also we have hands-on that goes with it. You will learn a lot of different resources. You will learn a lot of different tools that you can apply to any disease that you're interested in working. And so that after the lecture and the hands-on sessions, and we'll also have a renowned person in the field of bioinformatics that we will invite, who will actually give you the importance of bioinformatics from NIH or Georgetown University or George Washington University, and who is going to tell you the importance of bioinformatics. So from a practical aspects, by the end of the course, you're all going to know where bioinformatics started and why we cannot live without bioinformatics in this age, and what is the relevance of bioinformatics in medicine, and how do you understand diseases, and in fact, what causes those diseases is something that you will actually learn. It's a very intense program, but hopefully we'll make it fun. I like fun. I'm not a serious lecturer, so it'll be fun. We'll have games. We will do lots of things. We will go at your pace, and finally you will be amazed at the project that you're going to come up with. And so I'm hoping that it'll be very fruitful, and you will learn a lot. And Pine Biotech, as Elia showed, OmicsLogic is an outstanding platform. In my opinion, it's one of the best platforms that we have that encompasses so many different aspects. So you're going to become budding experts in bioinformatics. And from practical aspects, it's going to pay you a lot of money in terms of jobs. So job opportunities are huge for bioinformatics right now. And most of my students who just graduated from my program already have jobs. So from a practical aspects, this is a skill sets that's going to be very, very valuable to whatever you want to pursue in your lives. So with that, I will transfer it back to Elia.